Let region play in Class 6A begin. Good matchup in Evans. The 3-2 Knights kicking off their region play against a 3-3 Alcovy team. Knights quarterback Demekus Taylor is really coming into his own. Great fake to his back, Corey Watkins, and Taylor is a dynamic runner. Breaks through the interior, cuts outside, sprints upfield before being pushed out of bounds. Evans in business. Not long after, Coach Lackey calls in the draw play to Watkins. Such a strong runner. Casually rolls into the end zone for 6. Evans strikes first. Hey, shout out to Max Tyler. This guy's got a leg. Crushes a field goal from 35 yards. He was booming kicks into the end zone all night as well. Evans up 10-0 in the first time to keep pounding the rock, especially when you've got Watkins and Taylor. This time it's Taylor, a dead sprint to the end zone as Evans rolls 43-10 over Alcovy. You are watching Football Friday Night.
Football Friday Night is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Your CSRA Chevy dealers. Chevrolet. Find new roads. Augusta Technical College. Your leader in cybersecurity programs. Great deals on furniture. The deals are here. The deals are now.
Game time, boy.
Johnston's Georgia Campus Services. Celebrating moments that matter since 1897. Now, the leader in local high school football coverage, WJBF Sports brings you Football Friday Night.
Welcome into Week 8 of the football season. I'm Nathan Palm. No Zach Hughes tonight, so you're just going to have to deal with me. Thank you for joining us for the 8th week of the high school football season, and it's region time in October, which means that we get to get into the meat of the schedule and, in my mind, the best part of the season. Most teams had begun region play by now, but a handful played in region openers tonight, including the Evans Knights and a pair of their rivals, Lakeside and Greenbrier. A tall order for the Panthers on the road, looking for their first win of the season in their region opener. And the Wolfpacks trying to stay perfect. 5-0 entering the night. Lakeside looking to strike first. Will Childers hits Graham Tulowitzki over the middle. That touchdown puts them up 7-0 to start the game. Greenbrier looking to move down the field. J.Q. Brown takes the handoff, bounces outside, dodges one tackler, breaks through another. They would settle for a field goal on the drive. Later in the half, they don't have to settle. It's Brown again taking the handoff. He finds a lane and the end zone. That put Greenbrier up 10-7. But Lakeside finishes off the huge upset 20-19 and gets its first win of the season and hands the rival Wolfpack its first loss. What a game. Deja vu. That's exactly what happened last season. It's a 6-team region, so let's get to the other teams playing in it. Grovetown won 17-3 in its region opener at Alcovy last week. Warriors 3-2 hosting Heritage tonight. We pick things up in the second. Grovetown up 21-18. Patriots off to Kobe Wheeler. He tumbles into the end zone. That puts Heritage up 25-18. Grovetown responds later in the third. D'Angelo Durham around the outside. He's off to the races after a long run. He's knocked out just short of the goal line. They would still score on that drive, though. Ensuing kickoff, Grovetown recovered a fumble. Now they capitalize. Durham sheds a tackle. And then about a dozen more before getting into the end zone, reaching in. That puts Grovetown up 34-25. This was a shootout. Grovetown won 42-39. It'll play Evans next week on Game Night Live. Let's move ahead to some Class 2A football in Georgia as Jefferson County remains undefeated with 4 games left in their regular season. Warriors already 3-0 in their region, hosted a tough 2-1 Harlem Bulldogs team tonight. Charles Hayes taking this one to the outside. Turns upfield for Jefferson County before he's stopped after a long run around the 10-yard line. First down, Jefferson County. A high snap handed off to Markel Bonner. He avoids the tackle, takes it in for the Jefferson County touchdown. They're up 7-0. Jeffco ready to score again. Hand off to Clint Tucker this time, picking up some blocks before he eventually spins his way into the end zone. They lead 14-0. Jeffco rolls 49-0 over Harlem. Jefferson County, Screven County, and Harlem lead the region. Then it's Glen Hills, Laney, and Butler tied for 4th. Important game with potential playoff implications as the Spartans hosted the Wildcats. Glen Hills up 16-0 in the second. Nice open field tackle by the Cats. Torrey Patterson. But the drive would continue for the Spartans. Couple of linemen pull for Jermez Bostic, shows some nice patience, then bursts into the end zone. Spartans pulling away up 22-0 late in the second quarter. 2-point conversion. Jashawn Stewart takes a lick here, but he goes low and he's in for two. Spartans take care of business 32-14 over Laney. Defending state runner-up Thompson at home for the second straight week, opening its region schedule at the Brickyard against the surging Hephzibah Rebels, who've won 4 in a row. Opening drive of the game. Start with Hephzibah in the red zone. Bulldogs running back Tyreek Broswell takes it up the middle, and Thompson takes the early 7-0 lead. Hephzibah gets the ball, makes it into the red zone, and running back Tyvekius Lewis gets stuffed on this third down. They would have to settle for 3. Thompson up 7-3 now. Big run by Broswell. He manages to get past several defenders before he's pushed out of bounds. First down, deep in Rebels territory. Next play, Tyler Curry off to the left side, and he gets pushed into the end zone. Talk about teamwork. 3rd and 8, Bulldogs, Rebels that is. Lockwood would answer. Nice little pass to Henry Travis. 14-10 now. We got a game near the end of the second quarter. 1st and goal. Bulldogs rely on the team effort. Tyreek Broswell gets another touchdown with help from his teammates. 55-20. Thompson ends Hephzibah's 4-game winning streak. Bulldogs improve to 5-0 this season. Sticking with this region, Burke County still undefeated and playing at 2-4 Cross Creek in a region opening game for the Bears. Cross Creek lost to Hephzibah last week. We start in the second half. Burke County already up big. Cross Creek trying to get in the game. Donald Cohn up the middle picks up the first down, but Burke County just controlled the game. They keep the running clock going. Zai Cobb picking up the tough yards later in the drive. It's Cobb pushes it in from 1 yard out. And Burke County just keeps adding to the lead as they put on another touchdown for the Bears. They rolled in this one 68-6. Burke County wins big over Cross Creek. And in Class 1A, Aquinas won its region opener at Hancock Central back in Augusta to host Warren County tonight. Second half, Irish up 31-0. Michael Brown takes the punt, but he might regret it doing it. He takes a hard hit. His helmet goes flying. Later in the drive, Cam Brinson over the middle for the Aquinas touchdown. Warren County trying to make something happen on the ground, but Aquinas keeps them in check. Defense getting in on the scoring as well, as Joseph Douglas picks up a fumble, runs it in for the Irish touchdown with a big lead. Aquinas goes for a 50-yard field goal. Crimmins Hankinson just short, but he's got one of the best legs in the CSRA. 58-0 Aquinas with a dominated win over Warren County. Whew, that'll do it for our Georgia games tonight. We still have independent action later in the show. Fun to have some of our CSRA teams battling it out in region play again to see who will get a head start towards earning playoff berths. Well, still ahead, region action on the other side of the river, including a huge matchup between Barnwell and Batesburg-Leesville. That was a good one. You're going to want to see it. That's next on Football Friday Night.
Supporting high school athletics, McDonald's, proud sponsor of Football Friday Night.